Hello and welcome back to another Duel Links video. Today I just wanted to make a quick little video talking about how to get gems. This is a question I am asked all the time on stream over at twitch.tv/Tomatosaurs. I also get this in some comments on the YouTube. But basically people are always asking me, how have you got 9,999 gems? Because a lot of people kind of have the, if I have gems I have to spend them kind of mentality. But I just wanted to make a quick little video telling you about how I personally acquire my gems, how I farm them out if I'm actively trying to seek them, and then if anyone asks me in future, I can redirect them to this video. So the first thing we're going to talk about is events. Duel Links constantly has different events going on, both for speed and rush, and as long as you take part in those events, you'll just get passive gems. So currently going on, we do have the mission circuit, which is basically a really simple event where just playing games and completing these arbitrary missions will just give you a bunch of random rewards, such as gems. Like you can see across all these different days, 25 gems here, 25 gems there. We just get a ton of gems just from playing the game, which is a really good passive event to just kind of give players gems just for showing up and playing a little bit. The other event we have currently going on is the Selena event. Now, character events are pretty cool because they do give us extra duels to play, and that does mean just extra rewards. But as well as having the extra roaming characters to duel, we'll also collect points as we duel people related to the event, and those points will then give us these cumulative rewards, which includes, again, a ton of gems and other rewards. On top of the fact that we also gain these ribbons, and we can take these ribbons over to the gate, where we will be able to duel against Selena, for again, some interesting rewards, but more than anything, this is just another place to get more event points, and just playing extra duels will just give us passively more rewards. On top of the fact that you can auto-duel against event characters at the gate, which means you don't even have to be paying a ton of attention. I know a lot of people like to just kind of play Duel Links as a auto-duel type game until an event or some sort of deck that they want to play comes out, and they just want to kind of passively acquire gems, and these kind of events is always a great way to do so. The final kind of event is these bingo missions. These are usually on quite a lot, and just again, by completing these squares, sometimes it'll be something arbitrary that maybe your auto-duel deck doesn't have in it, but if we do complete them, we do get, again, various gem rewards. So always keep an eye out for these bingo missions, because they're always a great source of gems. So the next best, passive way to acquire gems is always just going to be, just play the game. Dueling against roaming duelists, or dueling against anyone, be them legendary duelists, anything, will just get you rewards. Whether those are keys, whether those are gems, you will just acquire all of that. So the best way that I have found to actively target gems and try and unlock them as quickly as possible is always going to be leveling up characters. So if we look at Yugioh over here, she's currently level 32, but when she gets up to 34, she'll get an extra 250 gems. Now, notably, characters give more EXP per gem at low level, so you want to level up your low level characters first, and then kind of rotate through them, and then go up to your higher level characters to try and finish them off, because it will take a lot more EXP to reach these higher gem counts. Usually, characters will receive gems around 29 or 30, depending when they came out, and this is kind of the good place to stop. So for Yugioh, I would get her up to 29, rotate to the next character, get them up to 29, and then go to the next character, get them up to 29, and just kind of rotate through that, and then start leveling up past that. But because we kind of already hit that stage, we're now kind of pushing up to 34 already. But what is the best way to level up these characters, you might ask? Well, that is to go to the gate. And this is where getting all of these keys from just playing our roaming duelists really comes in handy, because we can set our rewards to ×3, and we can set our opponent's level to 10. The reason we set it to 10 is that EXP is not affected by the duelist level. Setting the duelist level higher might increase the drops you get and make it higher chance that you get some of these specific rewards from Yami-Yugi, for example, but level 10 will be quicker and easier for us to get through. So all we'll do is fire on in to a duel against Yami-Yugi, and we just need to beat him as soon as possible. Because he's a level 10 duelist, his deck is going to be completely garbage, full of vanilla monsters that he will always summon in attack mode. Now, there is something to be said for having a deck tailor-made to be able to actually kill these players ASAP, but for me right now, I'm just going to use a really basic deck. Anyone should be able to have kind of a generic beatdown style deck. We don't even really need any of these spells and traps. This is just the deck that I'm using for auto duels at the moment, and we'll just summon out monsters and attack until Yami dies, at which point we will receive our EXP, which will get us one step closer to those delicious gems. And there we go, taken out Yami-Yugi, and now we will get some EXP. Again, it's not going to be a ton of EXP because we're already at a high level, but if our character was quite a low level, percentage wise we would have probably gone up a level or two. But as you can see, we've got ×3 on the 500, and this 500 EXP is always going to be static, which means 1500 EXP per. This is the best way to actively farm gems. And finally, we want to go and talk about PvP. Playing ranked games does give a ton of rewards. If we go with our rush duel stats, we can see that we've hit King of Games, and all the way up, we're getting tons and tons of gem rewards. Then if we head over to our speed duel, we can see that we are currently at gold 4, which means we still have gems to claim. So as long as we can actually climb through these ranks, this is just a great source of gems for us to just snap up. On top of the fact that the cumulative rewards of playing ranked do stack between rush and speed, which means as long as we're playing any ranked games, we'll keep getting these gem rewards every 40 levels. So we'll get another one in 2 wins, and then we'll get another one in 42 wins. But as long as we're just, again, grinding out these ladders, we will just be getting a ton of gems. So what you always want to do is make sure you're playing both speed and rush if you can, or at least try and climb up as high as you can. I know some people won't have a fully fleshed out deck for both speed and rush, but that's where we can kind of spend our extra gems. So for me, I am primarily a rush player, which means I'm generally saving up my gems for rush. But when we go over our 9999 cap, our extra gems will end up in our gift box. Now, this is all fine and dandy. They will live in here until they expire. For example, these gems we just got, these expire on the 17th of December. That means if I don't spend these 3 by the 17th, they will just disappear. What that does mean is when the new Rush mini box drops, which should be dropping next week, if I acquire 3 copies of every single card and therefore I will have gems left over, those gems will simply expire. So I will be putting those into speed boxes to try and strengthen my speed decks, which will then help out with playing speed ranked, which will then help me get gems, which I can then put back into rush. So no matter which game mode is your primary one, you should try and engage with both to maximize rewards and maximize your gems. Anyway, this is just a short little video to talk about gems, how to get them, what to do with them, and hopefully it helped you out. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.